The formation of factions drastically worsened living conditions in the lower decks, escalating from mere food shortages to violent conflicts over resources, leading to the elimination of the weaker older individuals, women, and children, with some going 3 days without food. The smuggler gang and fisherman's gang controlled most food, but Lu'Dahai's active recruitment swelled his numbers, surpassing Zagu's group and instilling a sense of crisis in Zagu, who feared unity among the Huashu people and decided to confront Lu'Dahai. On the 4th day, during food distribution, Zaga sent only a few subordinates, led by the Muay Thai fighter Yamet, to guard the food and prevent access, while Yamet approached the fisherman's gang cabin, demanding in broken Britannian that Lu'Dahai come out to meet Zagu. Inside, Ronlei reacted with anger, but Lu'Dahai calmed him, agreeing to go alone, though he secretly slipped a sharpened toothbrush into his sleeve. The fisherman's gang members expressed concern, fearing a trap, but Lu'Dahai assured them and walked out, with the group following for protection, as their survival depended on him. At the smuggler's cabin, the door was barred, allowing only Lu'Dahai entry. Once inside, he was immediately attacked, kicked to his knees, and restrained with his hands twisted behind his back, causing a nosebleed from the impact. He struggled and cried out, warning that killing him would draw attention from upstairs and that Zhang Yi, as a Huashu citizen, might side with them over smugglers if things escalated. Zagu, sitting surrounded by henchmen, watched coldly, then stood, removed his belt, tied it around Lu'Dahai's neck, and dragged him along the ground, nearly suffocating him before releasing. Coughing and desperate, Lu'Dahai argued that he only wanted to survive, suggesting coexistence was possible with enough food for both groups, and that killing him would not solve the problem as others would take his place. He urged cooperation as the most beneficial course, appealing to Zagu's self-interest to avoid provoking upstairs intervention and maintain a manageable status quo in the lower decks. Zagu hesitated over whether to kill Lu'Dahai during their confrontation, weighing the risks of attracting upper-deck attention and Captain Zhang's potential intervention. Lu'Dahai argued for cooperation between their factions to jointly control food distribution in the lower decks, with Zagu's group taking priority followed by his own fisherman's gang. He emphasized that unity would prevent further trouble and ensure mutual survival, appealing to Zagu's self-preservation instincts. Zagu remained silent under intense scrutiny, creating palpable tension before ultimately allowing Lu'Dahai to leave unharmed despite facial injuries from their encounter. Outside, Lu'Dahai's followers expressed relief while non-aligned refugees watching from other cabins felt profound disappointment, secretly hoping both factions would destroy each other to free up food supplies. Lu'Dahai recognized their resentment and mocked their cowardice internally. Back at his cabin, Lu'Dahai revealed to Ronlei and Yugang that Zagu's comfort made him risk-averse and that Captain Zhang would only intervene if directly provoked. For 2 days, the temporary cooperation held with stowaways taking food first and fishermen second, exacerbating starvation among other refugees who desperately begged Lu'Dahai for help. He coldly rejected them, calling them bullies targeting compatriots instead of confronting the real oppressors, and had his men violently drive them away while blood was shed. Zagu observed this infighting with satisfaction from his cabin, believing it reduced the fisherman's threat to his dominance. That night, Lu'Dahai secretly gathered representatives from various cabins in darkness, where they complained about imminent starvation deaths. Lu'Dahai redirected their anger towards Zagu's group and Zhu Yong's original smuggling as the root causes, setting the stage for his manipulation. Lu'Dahai continued manipulating the cabin representatives by highlighting Zagu's group as the primary culprits of their starvation, though many expressed fear of confronting the armed stowaways. Debates erupted among them about risking death through inaction versus potential retaliation from upper decks if violence occurred. Lu'Dahai advocated for collective action, arguing that mass participation would deter punishment from above under the principle of the law not punishing the masses. He revealed his personal vendetta against Zagu for past beatings and near-death experiences, showing his determination for revenge regardless of consequences. The representatives, driven by desperation and realization that Zagu's greed would only worsen their plight, eventually agreed to unite under Lu'Dahai's leadership. They planned an attack for the next day, Sunday, when meat distribution would draw Zagu's protection efforts, and instructed everyone to prepare makeshift weapons from available items like clothes and socks. Lu'Dahai threatened severe consequences for betrayal or cowardice during the fight, brandishing a sharpened, blood-stained toothbrush as a symbol of his ruthlessness. After the meeting, representatives secretly spread word through their cabins, with people devising crude weapons in the darkness while Lu'Dahai stayed awake, huddled defensively in a corner. He reflected on his survival-driven actions, justifying violence as necessary while clinging to a self-image of righteous chivalry from his coastal upbringing, silently awaiting the impending conflict. Zhang Yi and Zhou Ke walked the deck after breakfast, discussing the lurking fin dragon sea monster that Zhang believed was waiting for a blizzard to attack, though he remained confident in his combat superiority. Lao Tian reported general order on the ship except for minor complaints from Yenlu group members, whom Zhang Yi planned to assign to generator duty upon landing. Zhang unusually ordered mops for a thorough cabin cleaning, hinting cryptically that they would be useful without elaboration. He then inquired about Tommy's care, and Joe Kor described Zhu Yunk and Sun Wanqi's exhausting and incompetent childcare efforts, including Sun Wanqi crying during diaper changes. Zhang Yi expressed amusement and proposed a bet with Joe Kor on whether the women would break down within a week, his prediction, or half a month, hers, with whispered stakes involving personal challenges. They encountered the disheveled, weary Zhu Yunk and Sun Wanqi, who showed resentment toward Zhang Yi for his non-intervention. Zhang asked if they had visited the lower decks lately, subtly reminding Zhu Yunk of her responsibility for the stowaways while feigning disinterest. Zhu Yunk, concerned by his tone, inquired with a crew member about possible deaths below but was reassured that no fatalities had occurred due to the lack of odor, easing her guilt temporarily as she remained distracted by Tommy's care.